friend, we're going to be doing a bend fold song. This one is called Army. It's going to be in the key of A flat, or hypothetically G sharp. But we're going to be focusing on A flat major, B flat minor, C minor, D flat major, E flat major, F minor, and then we're going to have our G diminished, and that goes right back into our A flat major. Now this one's lots of fun because it has some black keys in there. Over the top of this, essentially the song is going to be an A flat in the bass. And over here, instead of just playing our A flat here, let's do an inversion. We're going to move our finger up here to get this. So if we move this, it moves it to the dominant, so we could have what I did there was I was playing the A flat, right? But I used the note up top here of the A flat plus the D flat and the C. And then when I moved to the next chord, I just simply moved my bass root down to the G flat, or the F sharp rather, either one. And then lastly, I played this kind of 2 chord, but what we're really looking for is like the major, but literally when you play your D flat here, all the notes on the black keys really work because we have 5 flats in the key of D flat. So the whole idea to this is get really used to doing that's your core chords, right? Other than that, you could add the flair. Going back and forth. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's a good groove just for bass level here. So our A flat major, cool. We got, well, I thought about the army, Dad said. We're going to move our hands down a fourth. We're going to go to the E flat, cover both of our octaves if you can. If not, just cover one, you know. Play with it however you can, really. And then our E flat minor is going to be our E flat major and then flat in the third. So we're having these two. Hence, when you play this, just moving that perfectly works in moving the bass. Right? And then when we go to our D flat, you can play all of your black keys or you can focus on these. I like doing this chord too. Play like an F, no, it's not an F minor. That is like a, what is that? C minor, I guess. Yeah, shoots. Nice. When we're doing something over the top like this, we could do, well, I thought about the army. Dad said, boy, you're silly high. And I thought, yeah, there's a first for everything. So I took my old man's advice, 3 semesters. It's only 15 grand spending. It's in an army. I jumped out and we're going to play an F in the bass and play our D flat major. Joined a band instead. When we play the E flat, we're going to keep our C minor. Alright, we can do our E flat. Doing triplets down. And remember, we're doing the minor, sorry. When we do our B flat, we're going to go down to our B flat here. And we're going to keep those same notes. And then when we go up to our A flat, we're going to be doing the C minor. This is going to give us the feeling of having like a and then down to our A flat. It's a little work. I would suggest trying to do it with all of your fingers. I'm still working on it. Try it forwards as well. Maybe that works. Nah, I remember the album does it backwards. That's the groove. Goes over the top of that. typical Ben Folds fashion, it goes into another verse. Grew a mustache and a mole. What a fun song. After the chorus the second time, doing the E flat with the da 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 ba da da, B flat da 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 ba da da, and then our A flat. It does been thinking a lot today. I think it's a major. Thinking a lot today. Does it twice, and then it holds a G flat. So our G flat note here is going to be a major to our D flat major to our A flat. So the way my hands are feeling here is I'm doing a G flat, go down a fourth to a D flat, and then down another fourth to the A flat. Oh, think I'll get a screenplay. Oh, think I'll take you to LA. Don't dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it. Oh, think I'll get it done C minor yesterday. And here the piano solo gets crazy. I definitely can't do this. I might work on it though if somebody's interested. It does a F minor 7. So to a C minor, F minor 7 to a C minor, B flat 7 to an E flat. And when we do our E flat, we're also going to include that 7. We're going to make it a minor 7. Then to our A flat, then we do an A flat major 7, back to that F minor 7, to our D flat major 7, and then our F minor with a C in the bass, and then an F minor with an F in the bass. Goes into a guitar solo, does the same chords it would have held over the top, the A flat, the E flat minor, the D flat, and then the A flat. That's the chord progression. So when the horns come in, it goes over the top of that, and then it ends it with a nice solid third verse. In this time of introspection, in the eve of my election, well, I said to my reflection, well, God spare me this rejection. F minor, cause my peers, they criticize. E flat minor, and my ex-wives all despise me. D flat major, put another all behind me. A flat major, to a redneck past that's nipping at my heels. E flat minor, B flat minor, and then it goes down to the A flat major 7. That's a stretch. I would just try and play your C minor over the top of the A flat. That is essentially the song. I really hope you think about playing the song and trying to sit down with Ben and the recording and going through each note of the solo. I remember doing that 25 years ago when I was in college, and it really helped to understand melodies. Now that I teach basic scales and teach modality, like 1, 2, 3, sharp, 4, 5, it makes sense how these notes and these different modes that Ben used and Billy Joel and Bach and Beethoven, they really do tend to go over certain chords. So when you learn them hand in hand and shell chords, it makes every process a little easier. Big takeaway today, a lot of the black keys are fun to play in. I hope you had a good time today, as much as I did. Subscribe, put something cool in the comments section. Aloha.